Maybe we're not. Okay. Where are we at? Is there any confusion? What you all think?
Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead.
The desert bodies and souls of the Nephilim who were killed during the flood that gave into human bodies when angels had sex rituals with humans in the antediluvian world, who are now trying to distract human beings from God and seek their own destruction so that humans don't ever get elevated above angels in the age to come. It's not that complicated.
Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead. Oh yeah, he's just like, yep. Oh, thanks, man. Go ahead.
So then, of course, there is this level line. The difference between God and us is God always says exactly what he means. He never can.
Like love is worth saving.
I don't know love.
Now encompasses everything. Does it not?
It's all there is.
It's all there is.
You choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart.
See, you've given yourself up. But this is the most powerful thing that can be done. Surrender. See, and love is an act of surrender to another person. Total abandonment. I give myself to you. Take me, do anything you like with me. See? So, and that's quite mad. So we come to the strange conclusion that in madness lies sanity.
Well, look at that. Welcome to Candlestick Lanterns. Rainbow sex, as it were. Hey, Sourdough Neil. Good morning. There's lots. I made all the names, the Tunji, the Ron, the Weird Ortho, the Upcycle, the Bard Reloaded, and most importantly, Mark Parker, who has joined the Neo Dandy Brigade and helps convince YouTube that this is a good stream by being a channel member. Thank you so much for that. Here, you'll get, this is just for you, man. Where is it? There it is. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all. So now today's card of the show, there's the announcements at the top, which means there's some changes going on around here. We'll prepare ourselves all for those and give you all some savings throws right after this. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP off. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. Hello, Tom. Welcome. This is the Rainbow Sex Stream. Nobody has ever told me, Grim, your show went off the rails. I can't stand to watch you anymore, but I still tune in for the saving throws versus the mind control. It's something that just helps me make it through the day, reminding me that I'm swimming and people trying to convince me to do this or be that way or that just shape me at all times with their words, phrases, imagery, etc., etc. Nobody's ever said any of that to me. Welcome, everybody. Here we go. It's time for the saving throws. As you know, they're against mind control. You pick survival, social, wisdom, or heart. I roll the die. If they're over 10, you take half damage from the mind control in the rest of the show and the rest of your day. And if they're under 10, you take full damage from the mind control in the rest of the show and the rest of your day. But at least you know. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose! Survival is doing well today with a 14. 14 for you. Social is making it with a 10. A 10 for you. No bonuses needed. Look at that wisdom. Bringing disciples today with the 12. Heart at prime 17. Prime 17. Oh, what's this here? Oh, why the Indigo Kids? They got a nat 1. Nat 1. I guess it's that kind of special episode today. Welcome, everybody. This is Rainbow Sex and Candlestick Lanterns. The stream for the day before Ides of March Eve. It's Ides of March Eve today.
So say we all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ho, ho, ho.
Look at that. KL period bumped into Winona Ryder last week, allegedly. Welcome. We're going to do announcements. Part 1 announcements is Friday. We're going to do the Reaper's Harvest stream, where the Reapers who have put clips from other stuff into the clip stream have placed them all there it's like the hunters went out into the wilds and captured some game and have brought it back to the village. And it's your job, if you are one of the few and brave and proud who have joined the Broken Clock Tower Discord and have earned your keys to the clip stream, to look at those clips and see which ones should be on the show and indicate that with the +7 indigo emoji. We appreciate that. That's how the show is formatted, and that'll be on Friday. That's an announcement. Announcement number two. We got to lean in hard on the April 1st cage match, or it's not actually going to happen. Paul Vanderklay has still yet to respond properly to my initiation invitation as this. This is a message for Pastor Paul Vanderklay. I saw you had on your show this morning. The horrible things that man said about the kayfabe. And I just want you to know that I'm going to destroy you in the April Fool's Conversation Cage match. Now, of course, this doesn't exist, but we're seeing if we can LARP it into existence or not. It's going moderately well as both Chad and Neil are actively participating. We've had commitments from Saul Copperman to be willing to do the title match against T-Grog, but no what you call it there, confirmation from the T-Grog end. I haven't heard back from the wrestler guy who, I don't know, you know. And anyway, that's the cage match announcement. We've done 2 announcements. Here's a card for the show and then some more branding. Hey, it's the 8 of spades. All right, then next up on the announcement list is Boskydale. Boskydale, if you do not know, is a reference to the Boskydale eclipse on April 8th, and it's called the Boskydale eclipse because once upon a time Trump looked directly at an eclipse in 2017, and that eclipse crosses the path of this eclipse right here in Boskydale. And so we're going to go, I'm going to go and see, and we're seeing who shows up in Boskydale for the special eclipse crossing event. Like the Conversation Cage match is on a Monday, and there have been rumors that in the comments section an event is being coordinated to enjoy the eclipse somewhere around here in Oklahoma. Which I would probably visit and then drive to from for the Boskydale event. It's the closest thing that I haven't started that I've seen started in relation, and all that is going on. We're seeing what comes together. This is not a planned estuary event.
I'm not a cat.
And to finalize the announcements, as well as explain the candlestick lanterns connection to the stream, the final announcement is here. Over here, close this. I can't make it any bigger. It looks like that. All right, it looks like this. Over on the Friday morning nameless, Chad's inventing another new thing called the Friday Morning Frameless, and he asked me for a conversation yesterday. I show up, and this is what's happening, and that premieres at 47 minutes from now, right after this stream, and in that thing, you'll see certainly when you go over there and watch that fabulous thing. You will see me making references to the axiomatic lanterns that you all know and love around here. And today we're going to tie that in with rainbow sex and candlesticks, and not in the way you just thought. But you see, the whole, we're breaking down this rainbow thing, reclaiming the rainbow from those who have taken it. Perhaps the rainbow cult, as Machupa Joe calls them. Has anybody looked into what he's talking about with that? Or we just smile at him and nod about it? Anyway, and we don't know what the 7 candlesticks in the Book of Revelations are. But if we take things and break them down, that's at the end of the show. It's a little bit of this rainbow stuff. That'll be at the end of the show. But first, I have to adjunct Profess on today's homeroom because it's self-recursively meta and disastrous. What? Yeah.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Just lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
Weird Ortho, formerly known as Steven, says that the Eight of Spades is the origin of Alexandra in his personalized Saint Matrix. And he says again, and I say, well, maybe every time we're starting something, that's the card that shows up. Maybe there's a connection there. And Iris says, Zach M., what is that weird symbol David Walker just made, and how come the emoji for StreamYards makes it as a thing and not the lobster monkey? Okay, also on this card, the arc teaser. The arc teaser. We'll save that one. We'll do the atmospheric demand condensation. Seize the Panopticon. That's actually referenced in these fancy pants timestamps. Check this out, Paul. You can make little timestamps on the cards that say when you should play what. So right after this, we'll do the adjunct professing of the day, and then we'll keep you edging for the rainbow sex till after that, because you know. But see the reason, part of the reason that we simply must go through today's homeroom and adjunct profess is because we're members of the fraternal regiment embodying narcissistic sociopathy, and because it came into existence, I had to do the painful thing of actually self-reflection. When you see yourself and watch yourself, you can't help but have self-reflection. And it so happened that our good friend Gavin was also doing some self-reflection this morning. And because of that serendipitous circumstance, I'm going to play a portion of that now. Look, he's still wearing the pajama outfit. And let's not talk about still wearing, buddy.
So, why am I doing what I am doing? Do I want to be doing what I am doing? So, whenever you hear politicians talk about unemployment, another question we should ask is, how many people are actually employing themselves toward a task that they want, that their heart agrees with?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. And then there's a fine line between what do I want versus what does God want? And then who controls that heart? Yeah, like that's very interesting. The one who can harden the heart, the one that hardened Pharaoh's heart. It's like this old Muppet, transactional Muppet. He didn't know God like I know God, but he was still having his heartstrings pulled.
The list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right? What room? I want to cast Magic Missile. A room where he's casting all these spells from. He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
I think, and you might get an opportunity for a +4 from me playing this tab. Let's find out. According to the timestamps, we go to 4:55.
And then, yeah, Grim Grizz is right. Algo's feeding me stuff. And from, the comments on the Jess of the Shire video, I know that Algo feeds me what you watch, and Algo feeds you what I watch. I mean, that's how Algo works. Algo is watching us, and it says, oh, these 10 people that watch PVK fairly regularly, they like this. Let's send that over to PVK. Now, again, that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's kind of if we had to hire someone to sort of watch what we watch and go between us, and I had a 2-hour conversation this morning with,
or if we had to convince them that doing so is participating in something magical, and they could do it on the Discord in the clip stream, or by voting on the clips in the clip stream.
With I just don't have time.
Don't have time. This part, it's almost worth playing because it's a built-in commercial for his channel membership. He's making me watch branding too, Pastor Paul.
Channel, because I love little channels, and so many of the boats in this flotilla are little channels. 300 subs, 500 subs, 175 subs, and I look at those little channels like I look at little churches, and I say, gosh, that's God bless that person who is pouring their heart out, and nobody is listening. And then I found this channel. Who knows how? Maybe he's watching. Maybe some of you are watching him. Heliocentric Official. Obviously, he's a musician, and he's been making videos for All
right. So the gist of everything he just said, howdy, Chad, and howdy, Neil. The gist of everything he just said was why this card says atmospheric demand condensation and sees the panopticon. So imagine we're all waiting for a baseball game to start together in the stadium, and that is also the flotilla. And somebody goes, woo! And then the person next to them also goes, woo, but going woo is watching a particular video on a particular topic. That how much can we rock this algorithmic boat? So that's seizing the panopticon is guiding the national conversation and/or the algorithms deliberately, much like the stonk and the GameStop stuff. I think I don't really understand the stonk and the GameStop thing, but I think there was an element of that going on here. And 12:38 it's got on the time card. 2:12:38 maybe. I don't. Here, do 11:22.
Her conversion. That's a great story. And she was converted in the church that he went to. And this is just so typical. She was converted in the church that he went to. And, all of his critiques are, it's.
Oh, and just as a teaser for what's coming up over here. That lady's name is Clara, and she's eating sourdough Neil's bread. But for whatever reason, every time I think of her, the name Clara comes with the witch. So if somebody could ask her if she's a witch at some point, that would be great. That would be great. What were you doing? Do this. Okay. There we go.
Corporate. It's overly polished. It's too good. It's too nice. And but he's gentle, so they get 2 stars.
Different campuses. Is nobody else that competent that they can preach such good sermons? Is nobody else that educated?
This just in from the hive mind. Clara says she's not a witch. Okay, it was a weird little hunch thing.
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
I just need some more branding now. I'll be right back.
How this could be used to allow people to connect and get past the status game. So I'm just gonna play with this right now, which is weird. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. Right? So that would be cool, in my opinion. That would be very cool.
That would be very cool. That would be very cool. That would be very cool. Okay, onward toward the rainbow sex. This is the, what do we call it? The Candlestick Lanterns rainbow sex stream. And we're going through some stuff we have to do first. It's part of how you do things. I'll explain later.
That they don't have PhDs in theology? What is the reason why there has to be one guy who is over this entire flock? And it just feels like it's all because it's a corporation rather than a church. It's not concerned with, building the kingdom of Christ, whatever congregation it happens to reside in. It's about building Summit Church. It's about building this congregation. And
what's amazing about his little critiques are they're critiques because he cares. I mean, he's passionate about it. And so I find, and so many people are sort of deconstructed or deconverted, or they're not going to church anymore or anything like that. But boy, are they haunted because I don't believe it anymore, but I still care. I'm still offended if they're doing it wrong. I'm not really offended, but somewhere in his heart still lives this desire for it to be true. And gosh, if
Oh, I'm glad you said that, Tunji. That reminded me. I have this loaded up because Sartori went back in time a year ago, to give Pastor Paul some painful self-reflection here.
Those Beatitudes are just so Jesus takes Jesus takes sort of the karmic religion of the Old Testament, which is if you are obedient, if you submit to God, if you fear the Lord, you will be blessed. Jesus takes that and inverts it, but he does so in a way that sort of that basically integrates the teaching of the book of Job. And this is something that I think Christians often miss, is this transition, how Jesus and Job fit together. And
I will say Saint Sartori has a lot more patience than I do. NDAs. We remember Kermit Cassandra.
And how Jesus really integrates and applies Job throughout. Because the question is, okay, if Jesus can still a storm, he can make a storm.
We must totally destroy all spice production on Arrakis. The guild and the entire universe depends on spice. He who can destroy a thing controls a thing.
And just go ahead and read through history.
You who can control this thing destroys a thing. Or I don't know.
Like Hobo's Lullaby. Go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the town go drifting by. Listen to the steel rails a-humming. That's a hobo's lullaby. And
onward.
If I could only still believe it then. And part of me basically said, Algo, you've been playing with us for a while. We're going to start to play with you. What if 200 or 300 or 400 of people in this little corner start watching this dude's videos? You don't.
That's it. Pastor Paul tries to mobilize his legion of trolls and make a wave on the algorithmic. You don't
have to stalk him. You don't have to threaten him. You don't have to confront him. You don't have to do anything. And don't leave a comment that says, I'm praying for you. Not that there's anything wrong for praying for him. I'm going to pray for him. But humanity is just so subtle that this whole, and you can, part of what drips and
Do you ever regret clicking, like right when he says part of what drips, and then you don't finish playing it because you've already moved on to this timestamp?
I don't know what else to say to that. Yeah, so I've been talking for a while.
I want to bring it too. And when I see a channel, like this, and I see this guy, he still loves, he still cares. I mean, he identifies as an atheist, and he visits churches, and he makes YouTube videos about them, and he, sort of like T-Grog, these people who've left the faith, and they're looking back in it, and they're saying, you're not doing it right. Guy's a mimetic genius. We're all just prisoners here. It's just so much fun. It's just, and to me, that's the joy. I mean, I am having a genuinely good time. I'm having a genuinely good time with this. And my good time with this is the joy of one another. And so
the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.
And let's wrap up the adjunct professing with the 33rd minute of today's homeroom. It's one that provides a constant stream of praise and validation.
MJ is obviously not reading very far in the comments, or maybe not even his own.
I think that's an unfair accusation that he is only pursuing a constant stream of praise and validation. Is your and others' engagement here with ideas and events just pursuit of praise and adulation? You are too prone to make character attacks on people with your presumptuous psychoanalysis. Why are you here? And then where's the part I want to talk about? Hey, look, Slack made it. Pesky co-workers, and apparently there was an extended segment where everyone earned a +4 to their next stream savings throws by letting us know with fancy emojis or the word corn. You get +4 for that one. But we have a celebration of this upcycle, allowing the lurkers to be revealed with free channel memberships, which they can make fancy pants emojis, such as the good old Denimor's Denny one. Yay. Thanks, Ups. And then, what, now you still can't hear me, Sanji, or are you trying to get a late +4? What's going on with that? Denny, get off of my face. All right. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, the rails. Has anybody seen the rails of this show?
Greetings. I'm Dr. Lenny Time, and I'm here to talk about a concept of measurement. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
You might need mind control again.
Oh wow, yeah, it's true. So yeah, so that's and it's lamentable because I.
Sanji Vinsmoke, good old Sanji, says, why the new agey trend? And boy, howdy, I wonder what you mean by that. If you're referring to the branding, well, that's because that's what the Hive Mind branding department is making, and that's anybody who wants to play. And I have no idea what mind control they're putting it in there to make you do. It's you know. If you're talking about something else, we'll get there eventually. We're checking out the 33rd minute of Homeroom as we move closer yet still to the Candlestick Lanterns and Rainbow Sex. Why am I here? I have the sense that TOC is one of the many staging grounds for an emergent cultural shift, and this is a way for me to engage in its spirit. It's a practice of discernment. You're wrong, MJ. Okay, and then did you? Whoa! Where is that reply? That's the one I was looking for, Ansel Man. Yes. You see, I didn't do good service, fair service to good Anselman's point there. That we are using the corner as a launching platform to spread many things that are not Christian, such as candlestick lanterns and rainbow sex, which we're going to do now. Unfortunately for everybody, I have to open Microsoft Paint to make this possible, but by the power of StreamYards, I can stop that screen and present the screen of the window of the Microsoft Paint, and we can proceed. That didn't take any time at all. Remember it.
This agency. We
All right, now here we go. Candlesticks and rainbow sex, and not the way you think. All right, first we'll take the candlestick. The candlestick is a candlestick. We don't know what it is in the book of Revelation. Pajot did a thing on the book of Revelation. We could see what he said the candlesticks were. But for our intents and purposes, we're turning them into 7 different lights. 7 different lights are the sticks of the candle. Okay, right. Where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. There we go. Let's make it a little prettier. The golden candlesticks, right? The golden menorahs or something. I don't even know. But and now we'll say that each of these fancy pants candlesticks is also, it does a particular hue of light, okay? And that's where the rainbow comes in for our fancy rainbow sex. We got too many? What are you doing? Just keep going. And then one here. Okay. And then one here. Now, welcome, everybody. This is the Candlestick Lanterns Rainbow Sex Stream. The lanterns bit is that okay. The lanterns bit for the show that you're about to watch is that the way the lanterns transform is by being melted with our own light, and the regular lanterns, the not in shadow lanterns of our axiomatic suppositions and presuppositions, the ones we're aware of, right? We can change through engaging in practices and repetitions such as LARPing, praying in the mornings and evenings that can shape our conscious, not shadow, our lantern axiomatic prepositions, but not the shadow ones. The shadow ones, like we have to see a reflection of ourselves from somebody else that lets us believe something different about ourselves. And that is when our own light can melt the shadow lantern proposition. Some of those lights may be associated with the following rainbow candlestick sex. Now, you take physical sex that makes another person, like between two humans, and that happens at the we need a pointer or something. We'll just use it. Okay, that's a terrible pointer. Terrible. There, we'll do a circle. No. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, now when two people get together, there's two rainbows involved, right? There's this one and this one. We got two, one over here and one over here. That's what we needed. That makes it all make sense. Okay, great. And then there's more. Okay, but now if you have sex with somebody you don't know, it occurs on the following levels. You physically do it, and it's a matter of how you feel about yourself and how they feel about themselves and the power, and it's a little bit here, right? And that's the physical sex. Now, what the thing I'm positing that is controversial and offensive is that when we're having these thinky-talky conversations on the etheric plane of the internet, we're doing similar things with our wisdom and our ability to communicate and whatever little sparks of beautiful little thoughts we have. It's the same thing. It's a different. We can have sex with each other on all different levels of the rainbow. That's what that was. That's what that was. But I guess it's important to note that even on the physical plane, like if it's not somebody you don't know, you can also engage it on this level, and then you guys both shine brighter for. Just stop. All right, goodbye, everybody. That's the stream. Gonna die. Now, you may have noticed that over the last 3 days, Grim Grizz has been wearing the same shirt. And that's not because he's poor and slovenly, of course. No, it must simply be because he's field testing the durability of the shirts he makes available in the Stream Below Stream product. Thank you. This has been the Rainbow Sex and Candlesticks Landing stream.